Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kat here, and today we are celebrating something super special to me. May 2021 marks 4 years that I've been bullet journaling, and I decided that it would be a great idea to rank my bullet journal themes that I did since the beginning to celebrate my Bujo anniversary. I've seen other creators doing videos like these, ranking different things, and some bullet journalists also doing this for their Bujo themes, so I decided to give it a try and share with you my themes since the beginning and rank every single Bujo theme that I've ever done. So a little backstory from when I started bullet journaling. My first month in a bullet journal was May 2017. But from May 2017 until December 2017, I didn't have any themes in my bullet journal. I was just using 2 tumble dual brush pens, one black and one gray, and I was just doing pages that I would see online to see if they fit my needs. So throughout that period, I didn't do any bullet journal themes. I was just making pages and using a fine liner and a couple of brush pens. Then in 2018, I started adding some color to my spreads. I got my first Crayola super tips, I believe. And in September 2018 was the first month that I did with a theme in my bullet journal. And that is the first month that I'm going to be ranking in this video. But first, let me introduce you to the website and the tiers that I chose to rank all my bullet journal themes. So the first one, like the 5-star tier that I have, is the I did that tier. When I make good setups and I make good themes in my bullet journal that I'm actually proud of, I like to say that I did that. You know, when you see your page somewhere that someone recreated it or they reposted it, it feels good to say that you did that. So that's the name for the tier that I chose, the I did that tier. The second one, which is like a good one, it's the would recreate tier. It's for those themes that like I love it. I'm not 100% proud of them. They are good themes. I like making them. But maybe with the style that I have now, I can recreate them and make them a better theme, like a better recreation. So I'm going to put those themes in this tier. Then I have the tier that it's in the middle, which is like the gray area, a thin line between love and hate, which is the it's part of the journey tier. It's for those themes that I'm like, I don't hate it, I don't love it. It's a good theme, I am okay that I did it, but you know, it's just in the middle of other good and bad themes. It's nothing in particular, it's nothing special. It's kind of like weird, like I like making it, but it's just part of the journey. Then the second to last tier is the good idea, bad execution tier, which is for those themes that I had a great idea for the theme. The color palette worked out, the illustrations that I was about to do worked out. I liked everything about the theme on my sketchbook, but for some reason when I created the theme in my bullet journal, the theme wasn't what I had in mind. So like my idea was good, but the execution of the theme was really bad. And the last tier, which is the worst one, is the mistakes were made tier. And I just want to say that I don't think any theme that I did in my bullet journal was a mistake, because somehow I learned the lesson by making that theme. But it's just like, I don't like it. I don't like those themes. It's just not something that I want to remember. It was a mistake in the short term, a good lesson in the long term, but this is like the tier where of like the themes that I hate are going to be. I don't want to be negative or anything, because I think like everyone has those themes that they don't really like and that they can be considered as a mistake. Just wanted to clarify that. But I have that name for the last tier. So this is the website that pretty much everyone uses. It's simple to set up, it's easy, it's there. It's the one that I'm going to use, and I'm going to link it in the description in case you want to use it. So the first theme that I will be ranking is my September 2018 theme, which was green leaves. And this is the only theme in this video that it's not on my channel as a video, because this was the first theme that I did, like I mentioned. So I was posting my pictures on Amino, and I didn't have an Instagram back then, so I was just posting my pages on Amino. And when I posted this theme, I got a comment asking if I had a YouTube channel, and that's basically how this whole thing started. And that comment really stuck with me for some reason, and I was just kind of curious to see how it would be to have a YouTube channel. But this theme was like the first theme that started this whole thing of themes in the bullet journal. So I think this theme I'm going to put on the it's part of the journey, because it's a theme that I'm actually proud of that I did, and it was my first one. So, you know, you never forget your first theme. So I'm just going to put it on the It's Part of the Journey tier. So the next theme is October 2018, and this theme was the first video on my channel and it's still up. I'm going to link the playlist of my bullet journal setups in the description, as well as all of my videos where I show you the flip through of my bullet journals, in case you want to see how I did bullet journal when I started, which is nothing like the themes that I have here. And my mood tracker for this theme actually got 1,000 likes or something like that. Back in the day when I had like a very small Instagram. It was just mind-blowing to me, and I'm going to put it on the would recreate tier because I actually never did a fall autumn leaves theme. The next theme is November 2018, and for this theme I actually used plastic wrap with Crayola Super Tips, I believe, and water to create like a water theme. And I really like blue themes. Blue is my favorite color, but I never seem to do like a good theme with blue. So I think I'm going to put this one on the It's Part of the Journey as well, because I don't see myself recreating that. But I'm really happy that I did something different for the theme. It was just different, and I really liked the setup as a whole, but the theme, I don't know. So the next theme is December 2018, and I did a Stranger Things theme because I just don't like to do Christmas themes. So because Stranger Things has that thing with the lights and everything, I thought that it would be really cool to do it for December. I got really creative with the things that I did. I did an Eggo's habit tracker, and I did a lights mood tracker. But yeah, this is a theme that I want to put on the I did that category, because even though it's nothing spectacular in my opinion, it's something that I did that I just never did again until this point. But it was the only TV show that I did a theme for, and I am just really happy that I did that. Now we're going to move on to 2019, and 2019 is a roller coaster. So we're going to start with January, obviously, and I did a mountains theme, and for January I always do blue, but the theme that I do, it's never great. And it was just not great. So I never did a mountains theme, but I think it's a good theme to try. So I'm going to put on the good idea bad execution category, because I don't hate the theme, but I also don't love it, and I think that if I would do a mountains theme, I wouldn't recreate that one, and I would do something completely different. That's why it's not on the I would recreate tier, and it's on the good idea bad execution, because the idea is there. Like, I like the idea of doing a blue with mountains theme, but the way that I did it, it's just not it. I just didn't like it. So next we have February 2019. This was the first cherry blossom theme that I did, and it was also one of the themes that I'm really proud of, but I'm not extremely proud to be on the I did that category. I think it's more of the would recreate. I like the contrast with the pink and the blacks, so I was actually really proud of it, but I think now I can add my own twist to the theme and make it even better. So I think I'm going to recreate this either this year or next year, but it's something that I will recreate for sure. Next we have March 2019, and this is a theme that I know that I'm really proud of. I did this honeycombs with bees and like yellow and orange theme for March, and I just love the complexity of it. I like the theme in general. The spreads that I did, not so much, but the theme and the idea and the colors, I really love it. So I would probably recreate this theme, but it's a theme that I'm really proud that I did. Next is April 2019, and it's the first vintage theme that I did in my whole bullet journal journey. I love the spreads that I did and everything with the craft paper. It was just so perfect. I think that this theme is a part of the journey theme. Even though I love this theme, I'm going to put it on the It's Part of the Journey because I actually have mixed feelings about it. I don't know. And then we have May 2019, which is a mistake that I did. I did a Pokemon theme, and I saw a bunch of Pokemon themes on Pinterest, but how I went with it, it was just the worst way possible. Basically, I did this theme for May 2019 because the movie the Detective Pikachu movie was coming out, so I was like, okay, people like Pokemon, the movie is coming out, it's a good idea to make a theme about Pokemon. But I never watched Pokemon, I don't know anything about Pokemon. I only played Pokemon Go with my boyfriend at that time, I believe, so it was just a mistake. I shouldn't have done something that I don't like in my bullet journal just because I knew other people would like. I remember that I did the cover page and I was already regretting that I chose to make this theme, but yeah, don't do things in your bullet journal that you don't actually love. That's the lesson that I take from that theme. And then we have June 2019, which is my Pride Month, not so Pride Month theme. I wasn't a part of the LGBT communities, so I just did something with like rainbows and stuff. Pretty subtle, I would say. I think it's part of the journey. I haven't done a colorful theme like that in a while after that, and rainbow themes are not really my thing, but I'm willing to try to do that again. But it's part of the journey because I really like playing with all the colors and everything. Then it's July 2019, and this theme I would recreate 100%. This was the time that I think I discovered My Life in a Bullet and Shada Campbell on YouTube. They do simplified pages, simplified themes, and they are just beautiful. And I remember that at that time, My Life in a Bullet was still posting monthly bullet journal setups, and I did this theme inspired by her, and I just like the simplicity of it. I used one fine liner and one tumbled wheel brush pen, I think, and that's all I used for this theme. So that is a theme that I would recreate 100%. I really like that theme. Next we have August 2019, which is a citrus theme, but because I didn't want to do, like, actually draw the citrus, I just used orange, yellow, and green. And it was just not something that I like to do. I didn't explore the color palette a lot. I just did some headers with the colors. I did the gradients, but nothing else. It was just a bad execution of the idea. So now we have September 2019, and this theme is extremely minimal because it was the second month that I was at my job, so I already had the experience in August that my life would be like super busy with my job. I did a like light brown theme with black leaves. I don't really know where I'm going to put this theme because I like the idea, I like the theme, but I didn't explore it as much because I was at my job and let's say that I just didn't have a lot of free time like I had before when I was studying. So I think it's part of the journey because, you know, it's like a huge change in my life. Oh, it was the first theme that I was doing in a new notebook, in a completely plain, without dots notebook. So everything that I was doing was pretty much not straight. I like the theme, I think it's part of the journey. And then we have October, which is the same theme as September. And this was the time that I realized that I hate when I do a theme in 1 month and then I replicate the exact same pages and layouts to the next theme. I got that feeling that it was September all over again. I'm going to put this theme on the mistakes were made because I did the exact same pages and layouts. I felt so bad that I didn't do like a different weekly spread or a different habit tracker. I did exactly the same thing. It was just so weird, but I can't say that I liked the theme because it was just orange. Okay, now let's move on to better themes. This one is November 2019 and I did a constellation theme, and this was a really great theme that I would put on the would recreate because I didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted to do, but the page was full, you know, the constellations were there, the theme, the aesthetic was there, so I like that theme and I think that would be a really great theme to recreate. Okay, so now it's December. I did a Christmas theme, but all the pages for the Christmas elements were in black and white, and I just used red washi tape and red pens to do the accents. So I'm going to put it on the It's Part of the Journey because it was just really clean, really simple, extremely minimal. I don't really celebrate Christmas, so I wanted a Christmas theme, but that wouldn't scream Christmas, and this theme was it. I really think that it's a great theme, but I would not recreate that because that's a Christmas theme. Okay, moving on to 2020, and I did blue theme again for January, and this theme is just washi tapes. I didn't draw anything, it was just blue washi tapes, so I am going to put it on the good idea bad execution because I could have done so many things with the blue theme and the washi tapes, but I just decided to put them on the notebook, so yeah, I just didn't like this theme. And then we have February 2020. This was another flowers theme. I did flowers in vases, and I like this theme, even though it was just nothing interesting. I think it's part of the journey because I like it. I wouldn't do it again for sure. It's not my style, but I like it, and it's literally in that gray area of love-hate. I'm going to keep it on the it's part of the journey tier. Then it's March 2020, and this is another super minimal theme, and I used purple for the first time in my bullet journal since the beginning. I tried lavender, and it's something that I'm going to try again, so I'm going to keep it on the wood recreate. I like that theme, and I'm going to recreate it for sure. Then we have April 2020, and I forgot to mention on the other April theme, but all of my April themes until now have been the followers control my bullet journal theme, where you are the ones picking the theme, the pages, the color scheme, everything. And I did that for April 2019, which I chose vintage. I did that April 2020 and 2021 as well. But this theme, it's also one of my favorites. I remember that I tried a bunch of stuff and I had a lot of fun playing with everything that you told me to make in this theme, and I really like the leaves, even though it's nothing, again, super spectacular. I like this theme, so I think I want to put it on the I did that category because I was really proud of it, and it was my first green leaves theme. And even though it was inspired by most of the things that you told me to do, I just had a lot of fun. So yeah, I'd like to say that I did that. Next is May 2020, and this was a theme that I should recreate, but at the same time I don't know. I remember that I did like yellow and orange blobs of color, and the idea was great, but I don't think I executed it that well. I'm going to put this theme on the good idea bad execution because I like the theme, but I don't know, I just think something is missing, something it's not right on that theme. And I did black leaves on top of the yellow and orange blobs, but something is missing. I don't know what it is, but the idea was there, the execution of the theme was not the best. Okay, next one, June 2020. Purple and pink clouds, and this was inspired by like the vaporwave aesthetic that I saw a lot on Pinterest, and this was another attempt on the purple pink aesthetic themes that I don't do a lot, and I would like to say that I would recreate this theme, and at the same time I think it's just part of the journey, so I'm going to keep it on the it's part of the journey tier because I actually really love that theme. I really like making it and the outcome, and I think it's part of the journey, but I like that theme a lot. Next is July 2020, the theme that has 100k views on my channel for some reason. I am going to put this on the I did that because the idea for the theme was amazing. You guys loved it. It was just like a huge 5-star theme. I'm not exactly sure why it blew up on my channel and why is it still kept getting views, but I really like that theme, but I'm just really happy that I did that, you know, and that's why it's on the tier that I did that. Okay, next is August 2020, and this theme, it's a part of that challenge that I was doing in 2020, which was the 2-color challenge. I would pick 2 random colors and do a theme with them, and the colors were blue and yellow, so I decided to do lemons on top of blue tiles type of thing, but the tiles turned out as more like a pool, so I'm going to put this one on the good idea bad execution just because I can see myself doing a blue and yellow theme. I just don't know why I went with lemons and tiles. You know, I had the good idea for the theme and then I just did something that didn't really make sense. Then I have September 2020, which was the month when I received the stamps from Notebook Therapy, and I did a pastel theme. I would recreate this theme 100% because it's extremely colorful, but it's extremely minimal, so I don't know, I really like that theme, and I would recreate that theme 100%. Then we have October 2020, and this was one of those themes that I say that it's lazy because I wanted to do something Halloween related, but again, I didn't want to do something Halloweeny. And I don't think this was a mistake, to be completely honest. I don't think this theme was a mistake, but I think it was a good idea, bad execution theme, because I think that the way that I went with the color palette and the papers, it's what failed me, and not the aesthetic and the idea itself. But I think it was a bad execution of the entire theme in my head. Okay, next theme is November 2020, and this was a theme that I wanted to be extremely like gothic and black, because I had just like dyed my hair white, like in the bottom part of my hair, and I just was feeling super gothic, so I decided to do a goth inspired theme. I think it's just part of the journey when you just change your hairstyle or change something in your body and you are in the mood to do a theme inspired by it. I don't think the execution was perfect. I think it was extremely dark and a lot of people don't like that, but I love the theme, so I think it's part of the journey. Then it's December 2020 and I did a green trees theme with some browns because again, I don't like Christmas, so I don't like to do Christmas themes in my bullet journal. I try to go around the Christmas aesthetic and do like trees and stuff, so that's what I did for 2020, and I would recreate this theme, possibly not for Christmas again, but maybe do like a forest wood theme in the future because the idea is good, the composition is good, and I just love this theme. And now we are in 2021, and for January I did blue again, and this time I just used a bunch of stickers and origami paper to do a blue aesthetic theme. So I was kind of sad that the theme turned out so like with no life. It was just like stickers on blue paper. I was just really sad, so I'm going to put it on the good idea bad execution. And as you can see, it's a pattern that all of my January themes are in the good idea bad execution tier, and it's basically because I can't come up with good themes for the blue color, I guess, and so I think about blue, but the theme that I do, it's not great. I like that theme until a point, but then the execution was not great. Then I have February, and this time I decided to go for a red theme because I don't use red a lot in my bullet journal. I think purple and red are the two colors that I just can't use a lot. And I liked this theme. It was like a scrapbooking collage. I don't care that I'm using 20 stickers in one page type of theme. And I think it's part of the journey because I wouldn't recreate a theme like this. I wanted to do like a vintage letters theme for February for like Valentine's Day. But I liked that I got out of my comfort zone. I did something different and I created that theme. I still like that theme. It's the only red theme that I love in my whole bullet journal journey. Next is March 2021, and I did a vintage-ish theme with like a lot of browns and stickers. And again, I like to do themes where I have stickers and stuff. I think that the whole sticker aesthetic works better for pen pal letters instead of bullet journal themes. So I think this was a good idea, bad execution. No, I'm going to put this one on the it's part of the journey because I wanted to do something with stickers and line art, but I think that I should have explored the theme a bit more. I should have tried different things. I don't know. But at the same time, I don't regret what I did for the theme. So again, it's that gray area. It's part of the journey. Then it's April 2021, and this theme was again chosen by my followers on Instagram with a bunch of Instagram stories, and this was supposed to be an eucalyptus theme, and it turned out as a seaweed kind of theme. I had the idea of doing eucalyptus with watercolor. The watercolors took way too long to dry, The eucalyptus don't really look like that. They are more like round and not so pointy, but I can't draw round leaves, so that's what I came up with. And I think that I'm going to put this one on the good idea bad execution, simply because I followed everything that you told me to do in my bullet journal for April, but the execution of the leaves was just not it. I like the title for April and the other spreads that I did. I think that the way that I drew the eucalyptus, and then I added these awful like round circles stickers that looked like bubbles, so it was just not, again, good idea, bad execution. I just didn't like how I did my April theme, and I was just done with April. Now it's May 1st, so it's just like today and tomorrow, and then I go full on to my May setup because that's the one that I actually really love. And it's the one that I'm going to rank right now, May 2021. I talked to my best friend about making more of like colorful themes and themes with like doodles and everything, and she said that I should like bring those back again. So I did that for May and everyone loved it. I love this theme, so I'm going to put it on the I did that category, simply because it's just, I'm really proud of it. It took me a while to film, yes, but it was really therapeutic to draw all the water and the fishes and everything. I'm just really proud that, again, I got out of my comfort zone and I did a theme and it turned out good. That's what makes me motivated to draw more themes that are like time consuming, but they are really pretty. It's the fact that I do one and it turns out good and you guys loved it. Because when you guys love the theme that I do and I love the theme that I did, it's just the best feeling ever. So those are all my themes from September 2018 until now, May 2021. I had a lot of fun ranking all my themes. I think I have a good example of what I can recreate in the future and mistakes not to do in the future. So let me know which theme is your favorite from all of these ones that I ranked. And I'm going to link down below in the description this link so you can play around with my themes and rank them yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was really fun. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.